Good evening and welcome to the Utopian Cafe for Tuesday, July 27th. A little bit later than usual by about 11 hours. I apologize for that. Went to bed last night with a numb leg, probably from sitting all night writing for you. Woke up this morning with a terribly cramped leg. I think it all has to do with when I work at the store. I'm very mobile. I'm up and down ladders. I'm running around. It's actually quite a rush, and I love doing what I do there. But when I come home, I'm very immobile. I'm either sitting on a couch, taking care of someone, or I'm sitting at a desk, and I need to stop that. I actually have an adjustable desk. I really should be doing these shows standing up, but this is going to be a short show tonight, about 5 minutes or so. Feeling good now. Leg is a lot better. Just need to be more active when I'm here at home. Anyway, let's get you some scores from last night. These are last night's scores. We have a full slate for you tonight. I'll be presenting the Utopian Baseball Universe report about 11 o'clock tonight, 10:30, 11 o'clock. We do have an Xbox stream tonight, Yankees at Nationals. It's going to be about a half hour after the conclusion of the Mets game. They're the free MLB.TV game tonight. They're hosting the Braves. Also, the Brewers are on TV. I think they're at Pittsburgh tonight. So we will get you Yankees at Nationals tonight after not having a game yesterday. So I'm excited about that. Also, tomorrow we have trivia. Now, I know Tim St. Clair is going to be there. I know Stan Phillips is in the house, Brett Bamford, Jamie Howell. Those four names are confirmed, hoping to get Jeff Turner. It looks like it's going to be 4 or 5 participants, not the 6 that we had last week, but 2 of those will advance to the semifinals. And then we have next week game 3, the final game of the first round. We haven't officially confirmed the night. I believe it's going to be the 3rd. But it doesn't look like we had as much interest as I thought we would have initially. So the tournament that we have in the off season, we're going to go back to an 8-person tournament, and I'm going to rely on people that I know can appear at these. So we'll keep going with this tournament. This tournament will end up being about 18 to 20 people, I would say, depending on how many we get for tomorrow and how many we get for next week. But the one in December is going to be 8 people again, because I've got a good list of people that I know when they say they want to do something or they're going to do something, I can rely on them. So that's not a knock on anyone, but it's hard to schedule shows when someone says, yeah, I'm interested, and then they don't get back to me. So tomorrow, I know I can rely on Tim, Stan, Brett, and Jamie. Hopefully we'll have Jeff as well. And then next week will be our final first round game before the semifinals start in August. So I'm excited for that. It's already written. Should be a lot of fun tomorrow. So the last thing I want to talk about, and again, kind of abbreviated show tonight, is I want to talk about the idea of fan polygamy. I actually wrote a book in 2008 called Two Loves, The Story of a Baseball Polygamist. And I actually dreamt that title. I remember getting up in the middle of the night, writing it down in my journal, and then the next day doing some more research on it. So obviously I must have been familiar with the word. The title, Two Loves, The Story of a Baseball Polygamist, is about me being a baseball fan of 2 teams, the Mets and the Brewers. I'm from Milwaukee. I've been going to Brewer games now since 1983. And in 1984, we got cable, and I became a Mets fan. And I've stuck with those 2 teams pretty much my whole career or life. But I want to talk about fan polygamy, because I still get the questions like, how are you a fan of 2 teams? You shouldn't. You should be loyal to 1 team. And the analogy that I gave Richie Lunt a couple days ago, we were talking through Facebook Messenger, and he said the analogy got a little too far. Obviously, he was kidding, but the way I look at it, because I'm a fan of the Brewers and Mets, and in football, I'm a fan of the Packers and Browns. So for me, the Mets and the Browns are the woman I fell in love with. And we're going on almost 40-year marriages with. So the Mets and Browns are my the love of my life. They're the first teams I think about when I wake up. They're there for me when times are good. They're there for me when times are bad. That's how I view those relationships. The Brewers and Packers are more like my kids. So, like, I coach them in T-ball. I take them to Culver's after their game is over. If they scratch their knee, I make sure to fix it. I tell them goodnight stories. But it's a different kind of love. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not going to give you the line that I gave Richie because I think it's gross, although it did get a good laugh. But kind of a family show. Two different kinds of loves. The Mets and Browns are who I'm in love with, and the Brewers and Packers are like the kids I'm raising. Two different types of loves, but the reason I talk about this is that if the season were over right now, between the Brewers and Mets are both in first place, they would actually play each other in the playoffs, and if the Brewers were to win, of course, I'd be happy for them. But I would root for the Mets because that's my team. And the Browns and Packers were both in the they got to the final 8 teams in the NFL. They're both projected to be Super Bowl contenders this year. But if it was a Browns-Packers Super Bowl, I would root for the Browns because that's my team. Packers are like the family team. Brewers are the family team. I love them. And if they do well, it's great. And if they don't, you get through it. But my my highs and lows are higher and lower with the Mets and Browns because they're the teams I chose as a kid, whereas the Packers and Brewers were kind of chosen for me. And that's usually how local sports allegiances work, is that your parents love them or your big brother loves them or whatever. But I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Browns fan. You can see behind me. I don't know. I don't know if you can see, but got a lot of Mets stuff on that top shelf. You can see some Brewer bobbleheads. And I don't know if you can, probably can't see it with all the hats. I got a new hat rack for my girlfriend, but it's all Browns jerseys on that side of the closet. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit because I still get asked those same questions. But I can go on record right now in the Utopian Cafe. I'm a Mets fan first, Brewers fan second, and in football I'm a Browns fan first and a Packers fan second. The timing of this, Aaron Rodgers is back. I'm kind of tired of the story. I think I'm in the minority. I've been siding with the team for this in the offseason. I kind of wish Aaron Rodgers would have said something way earlier, like, yes, I'm coming back or I'm not coming back. Everything that we've been hearing about Aaron Rodgers was not coming from him himself. A lot of it was coming from the media kind of interpreting things. So I don't know what he's been thinking, but he is back. It looks like he's going to play quarterback for the Packers this year with some concessions that he might be leaving after this year. Still a lot of unknown, I guess, but I hope that answers the question. I mean, I'll still be answering this question, for the next 5-10 years, but I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Browns fan and still root very heavily for the local Brewers and Packers. So we got a comment here. I love the good morning caption in the late afternoon. Okay, so I think this is my sister, Facebook user. So I wrote the show last night thinking it would be a 7 a.m. show. And then when I woke up, I realized I couldn't do the show. I forgot to edit it. So yes, good morning, Jill. Yeah, it's I always forget that I write these usually a day in advance. So if you're watching this, there are some people that are watching this in the morning. So if Richie's watching this, it's probably 7 a.m. Good morning, Richie. Good morning, Tony Sutton. I believe it's morning time for you as well. So I need to do better at that. Anyway, Jill, thanks for watching. Tonight at 11 o'clock, we'll get you the Utopian Baseball Universe report for Tuesday. And then I will see you guys again at about 9:30, 9:40 tonight. Yankees Nationals on Xbox. There will be a show tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. The Utopian Cafe coming at you at 7 a.m. And then this Friday, Stan Phillips is going to be a guest in the cafe at 7:30. He's going to be my permanent guest on Fridays. Stan is going to be with us to talk baseball every Friday, and then I'm going to be a guest every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. on Baseball A Way of Life, and we're going to, again, talk baseball and give everyone a Utopian Baseball Universe update every Monday within Baseball A Way of Life. So everyone have a good night. We'll see you again at 9:30 for Yankees Nationals, and tomorrow morning for the Utopian Cafe. Everyone have a great day, and we'll see you tonight.